Hey MVPs, Rico Knows here. Going to talk to you guys about the fight night for tomorrow. The first prelim fight is an undefeated fighter in Daniel Marcos, and he's fighting Aoriqileng. You might see his name different in other places. It used to be Lang Akuri. They've now combined it. He's straight up Chinese, bro, like from Bangkok or something. I don't know. This is a Chinese fighter. You see all the fights. I really don't care how many fights he's fought. He's fought 35 fights. Think of Aoriqileng as Terminator. Like, think of him as a dude who just goes forward, gets heavy-handed, and just starts swinging. He wants a knockout. He doesn't have any grappling to him. He's not a wrestler. He's nothing like that. There's no submission game here. What there is I'm going to punch your face in. Oh, by the way, I'm going to catch a few punches on the way. So he is a straight-up threat to get a knockout, I guess. But he's obviously a hittable target. Doesn't move much. His head stays center line. I think he could get knocked out. But the way to knock this dude out is you have to sit in the pocket and go. And Daniel Marcos is not that guy. Daniel Marcos is a very agile fighter. Moves around. He strikes as well. There will be no grappling in this fight. These are going to be two strikers just banging it out. But Daniel Marcos is going to move. He's going to frustrate you because he's not going to throw full combos. You'll hear me say it when we do the podcast, or I'm sorry, the live cast, when I do the live stream. I'm going to scream out, this man needs to throw at least 3 punches at a time. He won't. There is no such thing as jab, cross, hook. It's just not part of his combination. This man will throw jab, cross at best, mainly a jab, mainly a random ass body shot cross. Like, it's weird the way he fights. He frustrates me. Watching his last fight against Davy Grant, this is at 135, right? So Davy Grant, if you don't know him, he's a British guy who's kind of wiry and not known to be the ultimate ass kicker, but he's okay. And they gave him Daniel Marcos. Davy Grant was supposed to be the fish who's going to get dominated by an undefeated fighter, and it ended up being a split decision, and a lot of people think Davy won that fight. So I'm not sold on Daniel Marcos. Now, he's going to win the fight. I think it's irresponsible to call this a lock by any means. It is the first prelim of the night. It's probably the largest odds on the card outside of Loma. So, and we'll get to Loma later. But it's one of the largest. It's at minus 265 right now. I still think it's a lean. I cannot tell you to parlay this with a bunch of other things. You can to make it more profitable for you. Like for me, okay, if I'm being real with you guys, the number one person on this card that I would bet on is Loma, and I would put $1,000 on her, right? It's just my mindset. So if you think she's winning and you know she's winning and you want to go and parlay it, you can do that. You put those two together, you're probably getting like 111 odds. Look, Daniel Marcos and Loma. Boom. It's 111, like I just said, 111. So that is much more doable, especially for you guys in your unit size. You're doing $100, you're going to get back 90, or 190, I should say. So that's how that kind of works. I don't think you should be parlaying Daniel Marcos, though. I'm just letting you know. I don't think it's parlayable. I think it's foolish. It's just a problem. In the end, it'll come back to bite you. Now, mind you, if I leave this a lean, and I'm telling you Daniel Marcos is winning in a lean, we are 11-4 on leans across all the cards. For all you new guys who don't understand, there are 3 different colors. There are locks, there are leans, and there are value bets. When I pick the underdog, we are plus 500 in everything. How you bet these is your business. I don't give you betting strategy. I'm just here to tell you this is my assessment. My assessment is Daniel Marcos will win the fight. Daniel Marcos is a better fighter all around. I think he'll win it by decision, theoretically. And I don't necessarily see him. I don't see him dominating the way people envision. I see him winning the rounds, going the distance. I don't think he has enough firepower or even enough willingness to throw the volume that's necessary to knock out Aoriqileng, however you want to say his name. So that's how I feel about the fight. So Daniel Marcos is winning. It's going to be a decision, I would assume. I just don't see a submission. I don't really see a TKO. But it is easy to hit Aoriqileng. Like, he sits in the pocket. He's heavy-footed. He's going to plant that lead leg. You can kick his lead leg because he plants on it and he throws. But remember, when somebody sits on their shots, you can get caught. So I don't like the +2. This is just outrageous. If it was like -1, if it was -160, I'd be all over it. But we're 100 off from that. So Daniel Marcos, It is a lean. It is a yeah. Do what you need to do. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows. Let's go.